Ghana for we the area osem kese pan na ato the oral committee impanyifo lawyers akuku dam na ade a omotina emomo gada oral committee no the form is oral committee no operation recover all loot sa committee na share no operation recover all loot dom level muna adi nyina no mo kan sa committee no odofo omo ho abasem den pa Ghana fo bebe na ababontina ka se na ejuma mo ye ne de chese infaso bie ni so omakwa kwatena committee ni so edi abansi kanyafunya odofo yesi committee no mo set ye no report no mo de buy yesi report ni nye enye 100% evidence betumi achi amanfo de go to prison da bi no mo se na se nye 100% evidence dia na mo kwatena za committee ho ye den mo kwatena ho edi abansi ka wasting nyafunya sa keke and a report na mo de buy ni so no I say report no esan so kwa ase biom na esan kwa ase bi ansa na masan hwehwemu biom ansa na aba nti sa committee mo ti ye de rofo we ene ensema ekoso atese oral committee operation recover all loot for no omo hu achi omo anasa rewosem kese pa to omo amso bigini na bro e wo Ghanatube fo manko ye ko je sanse mu nyina nchi o Ghanatube ma isia
Richinga Yene earlier in the week, a couple of days ago, addressed the press, giving details of finally the rumble in the jungle and why he tags it that way after the thriller in Manila. But we start off this conversation with his verdict on the oral preparatory team's work. This is what he said about the oral preparatory team, and the fact that the report they presented had quite some work to be done on it. Reason why it's influenced this delay in prosecutions, as some have been complaining about. Take a look at this.
The investigations were necessary because the oral committee reports did not contain the evidence required to prove the guilt of the suspects in court beyond reasonable doubt. It is always important to remember that the oral committee was tasked by His Excellency the President to receive complaints of looting of state resources, and complaints do not constitute irrefutable evidence of criminality. Our investigators have diligently concluded investigations in the following cases: the SkyTrain, National Service Goods Name Scandal, District Road Improvement Project or DRIP, National Lotteries, Palgo Multipurpose Dam, SML, Frontier Healthcare Services, Free Wi-Fi, National Ambulance, Bonkra Integrated Inland Logistics Terminal, Sputnik V vaccines case, and the land looting cases. In the case of the land looting cases, 8 have been completed and then 1 is outstanding. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a sense of what pertains. When the dockets are brought to my office, and the latest set of dockets were brought 2 weeks ago, I go through them diligently with the prosecution staff, the attorneys in the prosecution division, and other lawyers we work with, and then we can build a case and advise the investigators as to what to do when we find loopholes that may be exploited by defense attorneys. So I want to give 2 examples. In the case of the Bonkra Integrated Inland Logistics Terminal, the report has been returned to my office. We have done our reading of the report and analysis of it, and we've come to the conclusion that there is a need for us to have a value for money audit, because that is the only way by which will determine the extent to which there was malfeasance relating to the finances of the project.
The Attorney General there giving details of a number of cases so far that are under investigation, those that are on trial, and then also those that the cases have actually been concluded. And this is the picture that he painted. And some of the cases were not even captured in the oral report. I bet it that the National Signals Bureau, this case, Martin People, you're a member of the oral preparatory team.
Yes.
Was it captured in your report, the National Signals Bureau?
No, that one, Dr. Ayini says Raymond Archer did it personally. Yes,
okay, good.
He said it publicly that it's Raymond Archer, Yoku boss, who did it personally.
Great. So it's the NSS was captured.
Yes.
And then SkyTrain.
Yes.
Good. So the 3 cases in trial, 2 out of the
but Raymond Archer is
a member of Ora.
He's Ora, so the value is the same.
But it wasn't captured in that. I just wanted to establish that. But then again, so there are 3 cases in trial now. That's the NSS, SkyTrain, and then also you have the National Signals Bureau. It says that yesterday.
And Akunta Mining, Akunta
Mining, yes, was part of it.
Yes.
In your oral report.
But I'm chief crusader against Akunta Mining, so Akunta Mining could have escaped.
Absolutely. Yes. He announced 17 cases. He ran through quite a lengthy one. Investigations have been concluded in 10 of them. There are 4 cases under investigation as we speak. But he says this is work in progress. But this is the verdict that he put on your work as oral preparatory team. He says that the report you presented lacked evidence beyond reasonable doubt. Why so? Because these are criminal cases. The threshold for establishing guilt, as it were, or investigating criminal cases is beyond, or it must be beyond reasonable doubt. And so the report that you presented lacked this very essential ingredient for criminal cases, that the evidence must indeed be beyond reasonable doubt. Is it a fair verdict on your work as the oral preparatory team?
Yes, but yes. I mean, just speaking straight talk. Yes, but it's not a negative verdict. It's not negative. Even there is a part of the speech. Maybe you can let your producers look for it and bring. Where he said that the mandate was limited.
In fact,
yes, the mandate was limited. So when you read the two together, no, he couldn't have been. Yes, he can criticize Ora on other aspects, but this particular one, he wasn't.
I don't think this was meant to a criticism.
Exactly, that's why I said so. It's not negative. He was just describing the state of affairs. Like, you see, let's not forget that. You see, we are doing a whole of government approach in governance now. A whole of the nation, okay, a whole of the nation approach. So when you're doing something, you carry the citizens along. What led to this oral team? President Mahama said that as soon as he won, people were inundating him with reports. He couldn't cope. Naturally, you know, it's why he man be 1 or 2 phones. He couldn't cope. So quickly, he thought that, no, why don't I set up a committee to receive these complaints, document them in an orderly fashion, so that when I take over, these reports will be given to the Attorney General, who will then distribute, you know, because Attorney General cannot prosecute corruption cases. He has to give over to the OSP, etc. When it's if it is money laundering, it has to go to Yoko, etc. Right? So the president said he had to do that, and that's a master stroke. It was a high watermark decision. High watermark decision, because people inundating him. So if he didn't do anything, then it will show that he's tone deaf. But he got an idea. Why don't I get some citizens to sit and get some staff to collect and collate these reports? You see, so that's why Dr. Ayene himself said that Ora couldn't have done forensic investigations. Ora couldn't have done detailed ones.
Right.
So we receive reports, and then for some of the reports, if we had other publicly available information, we put all these together to make the story, you know, a bit comprehensive, readable, and so to ginger investigation. So I don't see Dr. Ayene as saying something negative about Ora. He was just reminding citizens that what Ora did is not investigations to produce a docket that will take you into court.
Well, there are some of the view that if that's all you did, then really it was a waste of time, because there are other institutions who could have been receiving these complaints. Why set up a committee for that matter?
Those institutions always existed, yet the fact that they were going to the president-elect tells you that at least citizens had lost hope, okay, and faith in these institutions. And it happens because a lot of those institutions couldn't assert themselves. You remember, yes, OSP, CID. CID. I always mentioned Madam. They say, what do you call her? Faustina and Kofi, COP, and Dampari. Yes, all of them. They didn't assert themselves. Ekufado was the clearing agent, so he muscled them. You remember here, Akunta Mining, we present, thank God, Adam is here.
Let me introduce at this point, Adam Senano is a co-chair of the Citizens Movement Against Corruption. He's going to be wearing two hats this morning, but Senano, good morning. Welcome. Good morning.
So Adam Senano sitting by me here, he and I, Ken Ashigbe, and then Dr. Kwame Sapoesiedu, presented the petition on this Akunta Mining to a CID boss, Faustina and Kofi. October 2022. Then and then about 3 days later, the Media Coalition Against Illegal Mining, led by Ken Ashigbe, though he was part of us, he also led his group to present another petition to IG. So two petitions, one to CID boss, 3 or 4 days later, another to IG himself. So two petitions, and they were consolidated, that's put together, because IG Dampari referred it to Ando Kofi. Then Ando Kofi got investigators, Godwin Ponyo, Superintendent Inkum, etc. I think there was a third one. This, so long and short, we all know this investigation that was a rocket science, because we even attached the pen drives that showed the distraction to the Tano Nimri Forest, etc. Yet Ando Kofi and IG Dampari made sure that this case didn't go to court. They were pussyfooting, kukwasa, and then you see how it helped to kick out the Kufado administration. So a lot of Ghanaians had lost faith in this institution. So they said, no, JM is coming. Let's go and give our petitions to JM. You can't fault them. They saw those institutions and chose to go to JM. And when we opened the oral lines, you see, over 2,500 complaints, and then we did those that we could do within that limited time. So that decision, look, trust me, but since this government took over, if they did things that are not right, I disagree. You remember, as soon as the president came, this asset declaration law, when he gave an extension for appointees to fill their declaration, I said no. Under Article 284, he doesn't have such a mandate. He doesn't have the power to extend, because the law says that the appointee must fill before entering the office. A number of things. Bank of Ghana, invading the home, the arrest warrant. I spoke against government 3 weeks ago. This Albert Dana Lababore, and then this one, what do you call him? The Gift to Waris case, Abronye's case. We can mention. So I'm the same person. So what I'm telling you that if it is wrong, I mean, my estimation, remember, I've limited knowledge. Yes. So if only I see it wrong, I'll say it. Okay. And I'm sure I'll continue to occupy this seat, because at least I've been that objective. I'm sure if I were pandering to NDC lines, by now you would have removed me and you will find a more credible candidate. So please, it's not lost on me. As for the decision of the president to create ORA, is high watermark. We filled in the vacuum at that time. Remember, when citizens are supporting you, it's only for a while. If they support you and you are not responding, if they find that you are tone deaf, they withdraw. And then you find it difficult to get them to rally behind you. So that's the president's stellar decision, that no, let me carry the citizens along, even though I don't have office. And we did it. I saw it somewhere. Bafwe Wua said it was a waste of state resources, the MP, a lawyer. I said, but where? We didn't take 1 Ghana cedis of government money. 1 Ghana cedis, not even fuel. With all your work on not even water from government. No payment from government. No, we didn't. But you think we are foolish? No. Council. I mean, when I say, sorry, let me withdraw. Yeah. We are wiser than that. I know that this seat, if I took 1 Ghana, the rest of it, I'm a bit smarter than that. I won't. Small money, you won't get me. I won't take, because you pay a high price. Then it better be money that will change my life forever. But I mean, come on. Yes, I go and take like 100,000, 200,000. No, me. I may not have it to spend like that, but I won't take. You have to take transformational money. The one said he would transform the economy. All the members of the committee didn't take any. 1 Ghana cedi. Remember, at the time it was formed, ORA were appointed on the 18th of December. President Mahama was president-elect. He was not in office. Then he came into office. We handed over on the 10th of February. I'm telling you that even water from government, no. Water. A bottle of water from government, no. We are smarter than that. You know, as nation expects sacrifice, and we understood it. So the first day we met, we said, no, nobody's taking anything. Okay. Citizens are.
For when I was some case to the oral committee, Okuja to a black one committee na I say, I was some case at home, we say, Ghana for na bab on almost any abas. Yes, say, I didn't tell no delay report in the sun, almost say, son almost a report on my and Punu. And then enough evidence of which media amount for court, yes, sir. Yes, sounds so bium. Oral report no Modakuma president no so musanso yen hwehwemu bio attorney general so sanso tena so OSP sanso tena so na ade ansa na ye de nkofo be court na ye say na oral committee na nkasa mako tena ase ye den ene say aban sika na mako say no na che say omuso maba abonto be ka say one city mpo omanji bi mfi aban no dofo when area wo sem kese pan at oral committee ye operation recover all loot committee na John the money ma amount yen area wo sem kese pan at omo a me so be de me na bro e Ghanatube mo repeat say me like na mo subscribe na mo share my notification bell so man say na be ya bring ya bibia do pe content say ya wo una me no kasa no wo ja ne tempa na ahwe no item do fo na me de nsem na bi si Ghanatube so makra mu nyina me da mu nyina se bebre